Goodbye, Blake. I'm turning off the shaders now because else I think my equipment is gonna melt. Decorated bot, small bot, and flower. There. I'm glad that's over and done with. I was so worried I was going to forget something. All the villagers had their own little demands regarding Blake's funeral. Mortimer wanted the 5 guardians installed on top because that's custom across the big pond where he comes from. Yoko insisted on burning a statue representing Blake. Bianca, or was it Thompson? I don't remember. One of them wanted a little altar, which you saw me pass earlier on, and then I also had to find the right decoration for Blake's urn. I searched through several underwater ruins and desert temples. To eventually settle for this shard depicting bow and arrow. Technically speaking, Blake was killed with a crossbow, but it's the best I could find. For my own death in a dark place, I chose a shard known as the Miner, but when I find something more appropriate, I'll definitely replace it. It's not considered desecration if it's your own grave, right? Normally, I would have been really worried about the nightly vigil, and more specifically the baddies that come with it, but not this time, because the iron farm unexpectedly provided me with tons, and I really mean tons, of extra security. It got so bad that I had to relocate iron golems to further out areas. Oh, you can't see them from here. Let me pull out the drone. So these guys you already saw, and then on the other side of the wall there's more golems. They were supposed to protect this area over here behind the iron farm, but I guess they shirked their duties. Over here there's another 3 golems. There used to be more here, but I guess some of them left. Cause of the iron golem overflow was this oak slab right here, or rather the grass block that used to be there. To take this guy as an example, previously he would have hit just the tiniest corner of the grass block, which would have allowed him to walk out of the hot springs. With the oak slab and the water there, that's no longer possible. In between reports, a couple of things happened. First of all, the twins grew up and got themselves jobs. Suno made a somewhat surprising choice and became a fisherwoman. Not that she can do a lot of fishing up here, so I've been selling her the fish I caught and have been buying campfires off of her to support her in her chosen career. Blake too, the other half of the twin, became a librarian. At first she wanted to sell me some really crappy books, but after a stern talking to by her dad, she's providing me with many. She's not selling them cheap, unfortunately, but she says she needs the funds so she can move out one day soon and start her own cult of librarians. Anyway, that means my tools are in much better shape. I've now got 2 fancy pickaxes, a good axe, a proper shovel, and also 2 fully upgraded hoes, which I don't carry with me. My armor remains pretty much the same, except a little worse for wear. I would really like to switch to this pair of trousers, but without any protection, it's just not worth it. I've tried to get protection on this other pair so I can combine the 2, but yeah, not good enough. Another thing that happened, or rather that I've done, is upgrade the one-way water elevator that was here to a 2-way rail line that goes to the roof of the iron farm. I'm using it to get all the materials for the new antenna to the top. So yeah, there is a design, at least for the antenna, not for the bridge, but I need more time to collect additional resources before I can start building. One problem I experienced with the rail line, oh, you saw it right there, is that my camera sometimes clips out, which is rather annoying, so it's something I want to fix. Either I'm gonna have to swap out full blocks for walls, or I need to reroute into the track. I'm at the first village I discovered on this planet, which is also Blake's hometown. In his honor, I would like to develop this area. That's why in the coming days I'll be assessing any potential for a mining operation. But I see it's about to rain, so let's discuss further tomorrow. Before we dive deeper into the mining business, there's something else I plan to do in this area, just not quite yet. I want to connect the two rivers that border this village, meaning the one over there will get connected to the river that I travel on to get to this place. On the map, oh, I almost forgot. I went on another boat trip in between reports, this time up north, where I discovered this dark oak forest, a bunch of mushroom islands, and then up here a small cherry grove, but still no spruce. As for the canal I was talking about, I'm so keen on digging it because it will give me boating access to this entire region. For the mining operation, I'm looking at this spot here where I'm gonna build a core extraction drill. What this machine does is tunnel straight to the core of the planet, pulling up any materials it encounters. Excuse me, I'm busy recording, please step aside. Maybe you need a nudge. Thank you. Right, so those samples I was talking about, the ones that the machine pulls up, I will be researching those to see if the entire chunk is worth digging up. I've got all the materials ready and waiting over there, so we can immediately start the construction. Now you may be wondering why on earth I would want to dig up an entire chunk, and the answer is, I don't want to, but I've got to. It's one of those tasks that they make you do as an explorer on these missions, and you just cannot refuse. Now I've yet to receive the order, of course, but I'm sure one of these days I'll find it in my mailbox, and then HQ will demand immediate delivery. With the tools I've got, digging up an entire chunk is gonna take forever, so I might as well take a head start. Last button and the machine is ready. Let's take a look. The way it works is that the shaft here, which is hollow except for the drill at the bottom, tunnels deep into the ground. The core samples then get pulled up through the shaft and appear at the top, where I will manually remove them. It may look like the drill will only go as deep as the shaft is long, but the inner part can extend quite far, so I should be able to reach the core of this planet. The water that you see everywhere is used to cool the drill. Without it, the machine would overheat and possibly explode. Now, I will admit that I may have made a bit of an error in the design, because I can't switch off this lever that controls the cooling system without popping that transistor and thus risking a blowout. So I'm just having the system run perpetually in the background. The drill itself is switched on by pushing this button, but before I do, final check. Everything looks okay. Yeah, let's go. The machine is warming up now. You can already see the water flow. It might take a while because it's the first time it's booting up. That's a good sign. And that didn't go as planned. I've tried it a couple of times now, but whenever I switch on the drill, the camera blacks out and there doesn't seem to be a way to fix it. I guess I'll be doing the rest of the drilling off camera. So far, I've collected these materials. Started at 64 with a grass block, and the blue blocks represent air, caves in other words. Okay, let's continue. I just got myself some more ladders because this amount of smoke is not normal. The drill is stuck, no longer moving up or down, so I've been digging a parallel shaft to see what's wrong. I'm gonna dig down until I hit diorite because that's when the machine froze. Maybe a bit deeper still. What is this stuff? This stuff is called dripstone. It comes in this blocky form as well as these pointy bits, both of which block the extraction drill. I've had to manually dig out all the stuff, but we're ready to go again. Okay, except for the water. New materials have been added to the chests. I had to start a new one, and now we continue. I'm done for today. The drilling was a tad boring until at -28 the machine got stuck again. This time the reason was a bunch of cobwebs. If you'll count with me, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm sure that's not even all of them. But I want to head home now because there's something else I need to take care of. About this hole I'm digging. I may have accidentally died again. Off camera, of course. I was going to do another reenactment as we did in a previous report, but Mortimer just did not want to play the part of a trident wielding baddie, so yeah. I died while fishing. May have been a little distracted, daydreaming about a cute puppy pawing my hand, but I haven't got a puppy shard, so it's gonna have to be this one. At this rate though, I feel this mantle isn't gonna be big enough to house all my urns, but that's a problem I'll deal with some other time. This is Robin on the Zebra Mission, over and out.